Hey, it's cracking, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. New video. So, um, today we're gonna do something way different. This channel right here is pretty much YouTube's doing a number on it. They're messing with both channels, really, but with this one, it's pretty. I mean, it's obvious. You can see by the numbers. I'm partly to blame, mainly to blame because I stopped putting out content here for a while, but YouTube's not pushing anything. So the other day I went to my barber, right? I said, "What the hell you going to a barber for, Dub?" For my beard, right? So I go over there, and it was just me and my barber and his brother, right? And he was asking me about things. Did I say new video? Hopefully I did. Anyways, um, and he was like, "Hey man, you're not putting out videos anymore?" I said, "I'm putting them out every day." And he's talking about my big channel, and I told him, I don't know, YouTube's doing something to all of us in this genre that I'm in. They're not really pushing, so and he hasn't seen anything at all from the small channel. So he was, when you go to the barber, it's always a conversation, and he was asking me if I saw something. I don't remember what it was, and I was like, I don't watch TV. Oh, it was sports. And I told him, you know what? I don't watch TV at all. I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies, any of that stuff. And he was like, really? And he goes, like, not even sports though? And I told him no. And we're gonna go ahead and get into that right now. Because him and his brother were like, you really should do something on that. And I told him, YouTube hates whenever people aren't sheep and people have an opinion that's different than what they want, different than what's on their agenda, right? So I'll say this because this is how it started. When I told him, I don't watch sports because ever since these multi millionaires decided to take a knee during the national anthem, I decided I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to support any of them. I'm not going to support them organizations that allow that to happen. You got to remember, these guys are getting paid millions and millions of dollars to play a kid's game, right? And where else could they have the opportunities that they have? And the flag that they're kneeling and they're protesting is representation of the country that's blessing them, right? Prior to the sports thing, when I would watch certain shows, I'll give you an example. When Rosie O'Donnell had her talk show, not The View, when she had the Rosie show, right? The Rosie O'Donnell show, whatever the hell it was called. I dug her. I was in the joint. I would watch it. It was cool. She was funny. And then she got political. And when she brought her politics in and started getting ugly towards people that didn't agree with her, like I remember the Tom Selleck thing that started the end of her show. When I saw that, I was like, I can't watch this, and there's going to be people that are going to see this and they may feel the same towards me, right? I don't ever try to dissuade anybody or persuade anybody, whichever word you want to use. I know, and I've spoken about this on my big channel, mainly on lives only, right? I've spoken about how it seems like if you're Mexican in the United States, there are two things that you're going to be required to be a part of. That's the Catholic Church. You're going to be baptized. You don't have any say in it. Your parents are going to baptize you Catholic. And you're going to be a liberal. You're going to be a Democrat. You're going to believe the song and dance. And I was baptized Catholic. I don't believe in church as I've grown older. And, I consider myself a Christian, but I consider myself a Bible Christian. I go by the word, not by a man in a building. You know, I believe that the only one that knows the Bible as good as God is the devil, and he uses it as a weapon. And all these churches with these millionaire pastors, they're not going by the example that was set in the New Testament. So, anyways, I just I you know, like I was saying, there may be people that hear my point and they're gonna be like, whatever, you know. But what I was getting at was this: I was baptized, like I said, and of course, when I was younger, I believed the song and dance. I believed that the Republicans were racist, and the Democrats were for us. They were for the minorities, right? And I believed that into my prison term, right? The 24 years I did in prison. I realized pretty quick when I saw, I'm from California. Those of you that are from outside of California know California and New York are the most liberal states, right? And they're like extreme liberalism, right? Okay, so me being in prison, me serving a life sentence, me getting hit with a gang enhancement, I had to look around and couldn't help but notice just how many brown and black and poor whites were incarcerated in this uber liberal state where the three strikes were founded. These gang enhancements, like the most draconian laws that were created, and they were created here by the liberals. I remember, me being from Santa Barbara, I remember when they had the gang expert up on the stand, and my attorney asked him in regards to the gang enhancement, right? He asked him about a case where some skinheads killed a dude, right? And my attorney asked him, in how many cases when it's a Mexican American in Santa Barbara, the city of Santa Barbara, how many of them get charged with the gang enhancement? And he the number was, it was like basically every fucking case, right? And then he said, how many whites in Santa Barbara have ever been charged with the gang enhancement? He said, none. We don't have white gangs. He was like, you just told us about the skinheads killing this guy. Under the definition of a street gang, they fit every part of the criteria, and yet you haven't charged them. And they're not the only. That's not the only crime that skinhead group in Santa Barbara has committed. But yet you only charge Mexicans. And hold on, let me make sure this is off. I don't want my phone going off right now. So again, I was in the joint and I'm looking around like, this gang enhancement thing, if you kill somebody, there's a life sentence or the death penalty, right? So what's the point in a gang enhancement? What's the point in adding more and more stuff, piling more stuff, more time on it? And who are the gang enhancements targeting? People of color. So my eyes started opening. I started doing my research. I looked into the history of the two parties. I looked into who was, when we had the Civil War, who wanted slavery and who didn't. Where did the KKK, there's so much stuff, man, where it's like, holy shit. And I came to the conclusion that the liberals have never changed their stance on slavery. What they did was they became covert with it. Like before it was overt, right? It was in your face. They were, slavery was in your face. And so then it changed from the plantations to prisons. It changed from the plantations to these social programs. They have convinced people that it's okay to live off the state or the government. Become dependent upon them. They're going to give you a crumb because they want your vote. Right? And I remember I would get into discussions with people, other convicts, right? And it just became more and more amazing to me how people that still believed couldn't just do their own research. Don't listen to me. Look around you. See who's around you. In the fucking most liberal state. Motherfucker has 200 plus years to life. 200 to life. Man, life is life. What the hell he got 200 years tacked onto it for? People in Europe trip on how in California there you could be 15 years old and get fucking 100 years to life. They don't do that shit. And then my whole thing with the not watching TV and not watching movies. There's too much programming going on. And don't get it twisted. There are people in the Republican Party that are undercover liberals. They call them the rhinos. Republican in name only. That's what rhino stands for. And this is how they use the system to trick people, right? A certain Republican will get elected and people really think like a Republican won. No, it's a liberal. He's just faking. And people, I don't know. Today I'm just rambling, man. I'm just giving my 2 cents. Like I said, I had a conversation with the barber and his brother, and he was like, you should talk about it. And it's basically just to get people to do their own research, man. Trump is a hot word, a hot name. But if you look, a lot of people, when he was president, you had all these people. And then during the election, this weird ass Joe Biden dude, man. People were pissed at Trump. They had more money in their pockets, but they hated Trump. And I try to explain to people, look, all of these politicians, they usually started as city council, right? Or something small in the community, right? And then maybe became a senator or assembly person, then governor, then senator, whatever, right? And they usually get a lot, 20, 30 years under them, and then they want to run for president, right? Or they just want to maintain their status as a senator or whatever. But during those years, they've made promises to people. They owe favors, right? They're scripted. They have the fucking person is 50, 60 years old and he's got a 27-year-old writing his speech so that he can engage with the youth and then still have his audience of his people his age or her age, right? It's all rehearsed. They're fucking actors. Then we have somebody come in like Trump, right? Trump doesn't owe nobody a favor. Trump doesn't give a damn about what politicians think. He doesn't speak rehearsed. Nobody was writing his shit. So he said stupid shit. But I always tell people in my life who are involved in my life, I give a fuck about what you do. Fuck what you say. Because you can tell me all the nicest shit in the world. But what are you doing? Trump said some stupid shit at times, right? But what did he do? Did he help our country? Or are we in shit right now? You know what I'm saying? And And when he said he was going to go after a certain weirdo group, that's when everybody went crazy. Again, I'm not here to convince anyone to change whatever they believe or agree with me. I'm just saying I think everybody should take a second. Look around you, man. The fucking world is upside down. And I don't think enough people are talking about it. I don't think enough people are sharing their concern, because a lot of people should be more concerned, man. You know, when I drive, I talked about this the other day, man. When I drive through Ventura County and I see all the new homes being built, all the new shit that's been built where they used to grow our food. And I talked about it last time. I said, I wonder what's going on in Salinas, in the Salad Bowl, right? Excuse me. Is it happening there too? If so, why are we not concerned? Why are we not voicing our concern about it? Where the fuck are we going to get our food from? Countries that hate us? Then we have people that are engineering foods. Why can't you just plant a seed? Because they're doing something with these foods, man. Putting kitty litter boxes in schools and letting kids say that they can be a fucking cat. There's a weird thing going on in the world, man. And I think we need to be concerned. I think we need to be voicing our concerns. I think we need to all just do a little bit of research. We know what we want for our families, eh? And, you know, there's an election coming up. They're trying their hardest to derail Trump, and it's just making him stronger and stronger. I think I hope it's opening people's eyes. You know, every time there was a new indictment on Trump, right, in the last few weeks, months, go back and look at what happened usually a day or two before or a week before. Something on Biden or his son. Boom, indict Trump. Change the narrative. We can't have that out there. Anyways, that's my video for today, man. Like I said, I know it's different, but I feel like I had to say something. This channel's being killed already by YouTube. That's why I've begun moving some of my videos from this channel to the big channel. You know, a couple of people were saying, "Oh, you're running out of content. You know, these are old videos." I'm not running out of content. I'm moving stuff from here to over there. I have 10,000 subscribers here, and I have over 40,000 there. So a lot of people over there have not seen those videos, and they're enjoying them. So with that said, man, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.